What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day, a good week. My name is Anomaly. If you don't already know, follow me on Twitter at Legendary Energy. Follow me on Instagram at Dream Rare. Check out my YouTube channel. Just search my name into YouTube. And of course, follow me and check out all of my posts on Facebook. I wanted to let you guys know what's going on. There's some new news now, and I'm just absolutely sick and tired of the desperate, pathetic media trying to start a war with Russia. And that's what they're trying to do. They've been trying to do it for over a year now. Don't let them fool you. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump. It has nothing to do with Donald Trump Jr. It has nothing to do with Bernie Sanders or Jill Stein or anybody or deplorables or racist and sexist people or whatever lie they're making up next. They've made up 50 plus lies and people just keep bouncing from lie to lie to lie. They want war with Russia and they're going to ramp it up because we have a ceasefire with Syria right now. We're getting along with Russia instead of fighting Russia and starting World War III with Russia and killing Syrian kids and just destroying the country of Syria. We're actually getting along with Russia, who is aiding Syria, and they're actually sending humanitarian aid to Syria, unlike the United States, which funds terrorists with weapons. And we reached a ceasefire with Syria. This week, ISIS is being destroyed. The head of ISIS was killed, and we retook Mosul, the second largest city in Iraq. And that infuriates the media because they're not social justice media. They're not environmentalist media. They're not Save America media. They're literally war propaganda media that only wants to start war. That's their only number one priority is war. It's not a secret. They said it 100 times during the election. When you actually watch the debates and Donald Trump said, hey, here's what I'm going to do in Syria. I'm going to actually fight ISIS and I'm going to get along with Russia or try to get along with Russia because they're aiding Syria. And instead of making it a terrible situation like Iraq, a terrible situation like Libya, Donald Trump's thought was, hey, you know what? Instead of just destroying the Middle East, killing leaders, and just leaving a complete power vacuum for terrorists to take over, maybe we should try to get along with them and stop war. I don't know, maybe stop World War III. That's Donald Trump, and that's exactly what he's doing. He got off the beaten path a little bit. People were confused at what he's doing, but we have a ceasefire now with Russia. Why is that not in the news? Hey, the Syrian war has a ceasefire. It has a pause, hopefully a permanent pause. We get it together, destroy ISIS, and then have Bashar al-Assad, the president of Syria, step down. That's the current plan. It's working fine. The media has to try to ruin it. And their newest news is a complete joke. I just saw it's trending on Twitter. I'm sure it's going to be everywhere. These people are psychopaths. This is the 30th Russia story they've pushed that failed. The Donald Trump Jr. one wasn't working because instead of lying about his emails and bleach spitting them and destroying his smartphones with hammers like Hillary Clinton, he actually released his emails to the world. So what did they do? The new trending story, it's, oh, Donald Trump met with Russians in 2012, 2013. Do you know who those Russians are that he met with? It's a music publicist. A music publicist. It's a musician and a music publicist. Are you kidding me? That's the story? He met with a music publicist? Every Russian's bad now? What is this, 1911? Where we're going to throw people in internment camps like psychopaths? Because that's where the media is going with this. You think it's a joke? It's almost at internment camp area because they're such psychopaths. You can't talk to Russians anymore. You can't meet with them. He didn't meet with the government. That was Hillary Clinton who met with the government because she sold 20% of the United States uranium to Russia. Hillary Clinton, not Donald Trump. He met with a music publicist. It's ridiculous. A music publicist. Oh my, look, he met with a Russian. Yeah, a music publicist and a musician. A lot of people meet with a lot of Russians every day. There's millions of Russian people living in the United States. Are they going to be threatened now because people are too stupid that they're believing war propaganda media? It's disgusting. It's fucking insane. It's absolutely insane. And I'm not ramping down. I'll be ramping up because I'm not letting millions of Russians in the United States get persecuted because unprivileged, uncultured liberal Americans are too stupid to realize that the news is fake. It's all fake news. All of the big Russian news is on Hillary Clinton's side. All of the fake Russian news is being pushed by the media. It's because there's a ceasefire in Syria. They want war with Syria. Oh, Well, Donald Trump met with a music publicist. Who the fuck cares? It's a music publicist. It's musicians. I have Russian friends. I have friends from Russia. I have friends that live in the United States that are Russian. Am I going to get persecuted and prosecuted and investigated because I have one Russian friend that I talked to last year that I met? I mean, this is ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's a music publicist and a musician, and they're acting like this is number one fodder story. Here, how's this for a number one story? Syria and the United States are in a ceasefire. So instead of babies and kids and a lot of innocent people being killed by not only ISIS, but the United States, because the U.S. was fighting Syria or trying to fight Syria, we have a ceasefire so we don't destroy the whole country. Destroy the whole country like Hillary Clinton laughs about in Libya. She killed Gaddafi, who was doing a gold-backed currency, was going to give his people electricity and houses. Hillary Clinton kills Gaddafi, lets ISIS run rampant all over the Middle East, and laughs about it. She says, we came, we saw, he died. Ha ha ha, because it's just so funny to Hillary Clinton to just decimate and kill African leaders that are actually trying to help their people. It's a big joke to her. No one cares about that. No one cares that Hillary Clinton's entire $1.2 billion failed U.S. campaign, the most miserable, terrible campaign that's now having a blowover into modern times because she's such a sore loser and such a rat that she thinks her and George Soros will destroy America before they admit that they're wrong. That's how big of sociopaths they are. They're on their way to try to just completely socially, economically, news-wise, just destroy America because that's what sociopaths they are. There's nothing wrong with talking to Russians, especially Russian publicists and Russian musicians. This is really their new story. They're desperate and pathetically trying to start war with Russia. That's the number one difference between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. If you turn off the fake news television, the propaganda television, you close down Washington Post and New York Times fake propaganda news, and you look at reality and you listen to Donald Trump and you listen to Hillary Clinton, that was the number one difference between them, was that Hillary Clinton wanted to ramp up war with Syria and shoot down Syrian aircrafts and start war with Russia, and Donald Trump wanted to not start war with Russia. It's the biggest difference between the two. Not racism, sexism, xenophobia. Hillary Clinton's a racist, sexist, xenophobic. She's all of them. That's not the big difference between the two. The big difference was war with Russia and not war with Russia. So Donald Trump wins, proving that there is a deep state, in the media, in the government that keeps leaking stuff on him, in politicians, John McCain, Republicans, Democrats. It doesn't matter. They're all the same. I thought we knew this. Lesser of two evils, they're all the same. They're all rats. They're all criminal rats running around Washington just lying their asses off. And they own publications. The Washington Post is owned by Jeff Bezos, who has a contract with the CIA. The New York Times is owned by Mexican drug lord Carlos Slim, who's owns a large percentage of the company and is involved in Hillary Clinton. I mean, trace CNN. Who knows who they're owned by, but they've been fake news for God knows how long. I mean, it's so obvious that they're all working together. There's absolutely a deep state. They're trying to upend the president in every single way, even going so far to persecute Russians. They don't care anymore about Russian people because, they want to desperately get in the White House so bad. And this proves almost every conspiracy theory that the United States is not run by the president. It proves every conspiracy theory that the United States is run by puppet presidents who have no say, because even when Barack Obama tried to do anything good for people, it got shut down. And same with Donald Trump. God forbid he tries to stop a war that they've been trying to start for 10 plus years, he gets shot down. He's not a big, terrible man. He's helping people in Syria, but no one cares, because no one cares about anybody but themselves. And it's, ironically, it's privileged, uncultured, literally brainwashed Americans, and those are the ones that always call everyone else privileged. Oh, you have white privilege, you're privileged, you're racist, this and that. It's you, the privileged Americans, who call everyone else privileged, that are so privileged that you don't even know what's going on in the world. All you know is fake news. Oh, I have Gucci shoes, and, or I'm a rebel, I got a Sublime t-shirt on, and, I know everything now, even though I don't care about Syrians and Libyans and Haitians. None of those matter to me. Just what, Huffington Post told me. Huffington Post and Vox and Al Jazeera told me you're racist, so you're racist, and, I'm perfect, and I'm right, and I'm smart, and I listen to alternative music, so I can't possibly be wrong. It's ridiculous. Because anybody that's from Iran, from, anywhere in Africa, anywhere in the Middle East, anywhere in Europe. They come here and they have a different perspective because they actually know what it's like. So they don't act like people do here. They don't act like fake news, brainwashed, liberals, and for lack of a better word, I don't even like that word, but no one acts like that because they know what's going on in the Middle East. But only here do people act like that. And it's getting ridiculous because literally this is war or no war. It's a pretty big deal. Maybe not for you reading Huffington Post. It's not a big deal for you. Well, Huffington Post said everybody's xenophobic and the sexism movement's led by Linda Sarsour, Palestinian activist who hates America. Oh yeah, that's a great person to lead the women's movement. Not. But it's a big deal. I don't hate all Russians. I want all Russians to feel comfortable in this country. I want anybody that's peaceful to feel comfortable in this country. And I don't want the fake news media and these fake, two-faced, slimy, serpentine devils, for lack of a better word, to be able to just run rampant and start a war in Russia even though they're not in the White House. They lost the White House for good reason, because they suck. Because everyone hates them. They're terrible people. They've been lying and stealing and losing trillions of dollars and manipulating things all over the world for the past 10 years, and they lost the election because no one likes them. So why should they be able to dictate what happens? Why should they be able to start a war in Syria just because Americans are too stupid to see past the fake news? Well, all the news tell me that. Yeah, it's because it's all owned by 5 corporations who don't give a shit about anything or anybody, admittingly, but no one does their research. I mean, well, here it is. I'm about to end this because I'm about to eat dinner, have fun. The news story is a complete joke, and anybody who shares it is a terrible person. Oh, well, Donald Trump met with musicians in 2013. Who the hell cares? Are you joking me? Met with Russian publicists? Oh, wow, that's your big scoop? Everybody's met with Russians all the time. It's not a big deal. It's only a big deal because the media made it a big deal. No one cared about Russia a year ago. No one talked about Russia a year ago. No one gave a shit. China hacked us 3 years ago and nobody cared because no one fucking cares. Because the media didn't tell you to care. They're like little baby, here, Russia, 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 Russia. No one cares. China hacked 3 years ago. Nobody cares because the media didn't spoon feed it to you to tell you to care. And the only reason it's even a big deal now is because they've been spoon-feeding it for the whole year. And it's not to save your life. It's not because Donald Trump sold out to Russia. The United States has already sold out to Saudi Arabia, China, and every other country. We're already sold out. Trump ran on the precipice of not selling the country out. He banned foreign lobbying. Very huge news that I saw nothing of. Banning foreign lobbying. Big deal. Trump did it. No one cares. The only reason they've been pushing this all year, this Russia stuff, is 2 reasons. One, they want to start a war with Russia. They want to start a war with Syria. They want to do to Syria what they did to Libya and Iraq, which let terrorism run rampant. And now Trump is fixing that mistake, and they're trying to ruin more stuff before he fixes he's fixing what they did in the last 8 years. He's damn near going to fix it in less than a year. ISIS won't even exist in a year at this rate. And they're trying to ruin more stuff with the fake news media. I'm sick of it. And the second reason, besides war with Russia, that they're pushing this is it's a perfect excuse. These people are sociopaths who don't care about anybody. They called everyone deplorable. If you voted for Bernie Sanders and Jill Stein, you're a loser. According to Rachel Maddow and Hillary Clinton, you're a loser in your parents' basement just because you wanted a different option and you thought, hey, Jill Stein, I mean, she's no whatever, but, she's the best option we got. That's how I felt. And according to them, I ruined the whole election because I'm a loser and whatnot. That's what they think of you. They don't care. They have nothing. They have no sort of shame. They have no sort of responsibility or integrity. Nothing. So the second reason, besides starting war with Russia, is it's a perfect thing for them to blame anything on. Anything good that comes out, any information like emails or something that's incriminating towards them, they can just slap the Russia tag on it. That's their trick. Please share this video because if anybody watches this, it's 100% accurate, it's honest, you could search everything I'm talking about. They can slap it on anything. Hey, something comes out that would incriminate, oh no, it's Russian. Hey, it's a sunny day, no, that's Russian. Hey, that's a good news source who's unbiased and he's not even remotely Russian, he's 0% Russia, he's never been to Russia. Oh, well, no, he's Russian now. Oh no, InfoWars is Russian, Breitbart's Russian, no, Drudge Report's Russian. Oh, Anomaly's Russian, yeah, H.A. Goodman, he's Russian. Oh, Caitlin Johnstone, oh, she's a progressive, a left-leaning girl. Oh, no, she's Russian now. You didn't know? Oh, Tim Black? From the East Coast, American his whole life. Oh no, he's Russian. That's their excuse to call anything Russian. Because they're pathetic sociopaths who want to start a war with Russia. Thank you for your time. Post my links below if you'd like to donate. If not, it's all good. The likes, shares, comments, and subscribes are good. Subscriptions, whatever, are good enough. I'm done here. I'm going to eat dinner. Have a good day.